There we are. Hello, hello. Got a little lash malfunction. So we are just about to get started. I am going to go ahead and invite some people. And if you are just dropping in right now, go ahead and go to the main lead page. And I just posted a paper that we're going to kind of go over today. So if you're like me and you like handouts and you want something to take notes on, I basically just went over some key topics, and so you can have that handy. Either take a screenshot, or if you can just print that off real quick, feel free. Other than that, we'll be getting started. It looks like in just about 2 minutes. I'm gonna go grab some water and invited some friends. Hello, hello, hello. Make sure you have a drink, and we will get started in just 2 minutes. Got the water flowing. 1 more minute, guys. Be right back. Perfect. Nice to see everyone. Let's make sure I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. That's never fun when you're hosting a live. Welcome, welcome everybody. It is 1 o'clock. Yay! Hope everyone is here, ready to learn how love is my superpower. Make sure you guys have a drink, maybe a piece of paper, a pen, something to take notes. I am so excited. First off, maybe I should turn that water off. Some background noise. I'll leave it. If it's too loud, someone just throw a comment down there. Turn your waterfall down, Nikki. So I just want to start out by introducing myself. My name is Nikki Mead. I have been interested in health and wellness for quite some time. Definitely working out and being mindful of my health and wellness on a regular basis for the last, 3-4 years now. So perfect. So, I feel like I've gotten to this point where now I am ready to take some of my tips, some of my secrets, some of my knowledge and share it with you. I'm no expert. I'm no doctor. I do have different certifications in different types of natural healing. And what I have really focused on for at least the past 15, almost 20 years now is personal development and self-mastery. And I truly believe that I have found, I guess I would say, the golden nugget to venturing out in this world. And when I say that, I don't say that lightly, because we as parents, as adults, we should be enabling this new generation with maybe some new tools, right? We grew up with some falsehoods that we were living under, and we can no longer teach in the same mindset as if what we were doing was working before. So let's go ahead and get started from the handout if you happen to print it. I have recently been introduced to how important order is. Order is what allows the law of attraction to operate. So a lot of us have heard of the law of attraction, the law of vibration, and we really want that to work in our lives. However, if we don't know all these tiny little tricks and golden nuggets about the law of attraction, the law of vibration, the law of alignment, we are not truly able to step into that now moment when we are trying to create. And we are all magic creators, and creation starts in our mind. So first, the choice of awareness. we all truly have to decide, do we want to be aware? And I say this because we've been living in a world where, honestly, the less aware we are, the happier the world is. They don't want us thinking too much. They don't want us arguing too much, or voicing our opinion for that matter. And we have to decide, when are we going to choose to be aware of who we are in every now moment? Now that can be overwhelming in the beginning. Every now moment is every second of every day of every week of every month, and every month of every year. And with the year we just had, I believe that a lot of us became aware on a whole nother level. Really, really got to wake up and say, hey, what have I been doing? What have I truly been investing my mind, my time, things that are not of financial value per se to the world, but your time is your opportunity to be healthy, to be happy. And if we're using the wrong tools and we're focused on the world around us, we are not on the path that we think we're on. So for a lot of people, I like to talk to them about living in, now the word just left my mind. You're following. Erica knows what word I'm looking for, but you're basically default. You're living in default and you're just following along. Pretty soon you have a repetition of this schedule that is just driving the same way, doing the same thing. Pretty soon you're on autopilot. Pretty soon your mind is not making any choices for you. And when you're living that way, ask yourself this: am I choosing my life? No, you're not. I'm sorry. You're allowing the outside world to decide for you. And some of you may be a little offended by that and say, well, I have to go to work, I have to make money, I have to support, I have to get an education, whatever that routine might be. All that I'm asking you to do is be mindful of where your energy is going as you're proceeding with your life in this world. So when I started out by saying, going out into this big world, having our children be mindful of who they are before they leave our homes is going to set them up for success. Having our child be living in default, waking up, mom makes my breakfast, I don't even have to think about what I'm going to eat, I don't even have to pick out my own clothes because mom does it for me. All these things that we think as mothers as we're taking care of our children, I've learned we're actually causing them to be weaker. We're actually causing dependency and attachment versus self-esteem, self-awareness, and that confidence, that self-confidence, where they can then grow up, go out into this world, and just take on the world and know what they want and who they are. So, mindset. We have to be aware in order to take a step forward. So, I'd like to compare this to some thoughts, because when I wanted to become aware, I joined religion. Because for me, connecting with my higher power was the ultimate form of awareness. Many of you have heard of the Holy Ghost or your higher self, higher consciousness. And for me, what I realized was, as I learned more of this higher spirit, I was actually able to tap into this ability to be aware of who I was with, how I was being treated, what I deserved, and how to love and respect myself by being aware. And the best part is that when you connect to your higher self, your creator and your higher self love you and are cheering for you all the time. So what they really want is they want you listening to them. They want you going and seeking that mindful guidance, not turning on the TV, not Googling it, not, going with the latest trend of whatever that might be, whether it's in health, wellness, fashion, parenting. Life was not meant to be trendy. If it was, the ancient Egyptians would have never kept records that they literally had to spend hours carving. They only kept records of the most important things. So think about that. Where should our mind be every day? Focused on the most important things. So, being aware allows you to decide in that moment, is this situation, person, trend, is this worth my time? Do I need it? Do I want it? Or am I choosing it? And then, once you decide, then you get to start deciding your reactions. So most of us, when we're living in default, we're not aware. So we're just, driving down the road and letting our mind get overwhelmed because we have no control over what we're thinking. And then someone comes and cuts us off and we instantly react emotionally. We instantly allow this knee-jerk reaction, says one of my favorite mentors, to really change our personality, maybe our mood, maybe, deeper, like on a soul level. We're allowing instant things that truly don't matter on a universal level. However, in that moment, they're like the most important thing that we're thinking about because we're living in default. We're not choosing our thoughts. We're not choosing our actions. We're not choosing our emotions. We're allowing the situations, the environment, the people, the loved ones, the friends. We're really allowing them to maybe influence us a little bit more than what we're aware of. So when we become aware of what those outside influences are, and then we start to realize, okay, wait, I can stop these outside influences, or I can choose not to react to them. If I'm driving down the road and I'm focused on my breath, and that's the most basic thing we can focus on to stay out of the jibber jabber of the nonsense. So I'm training with a shaman right now, and the most magical lesson was my first one last week. And I just loved it because he says, say this, I am, breathing in, and you say, my breath, breathing out. I am my breath. I am my breath. That is so mindful. That is so in the now moment. So as you're driving down the road and you have complete silence, complete peace, calm, and stillness in your heart, someone cuts you off, someone slams on their brakes, regardless of what goes on, it's all with a breath. It's all in that moment. And you have the power to choose. Did that affect me? Do I need to shift? Did I even need to skip a breath? And you become powerful. You are empowered when you are in control of your mind. So, breathing techniques are priceless. Really, they're absolutely priceless. One of the greatest that I believe right now is known is Wim Hof. I believe that's Wimhoff. You can look him up on YouTube. He has amazing, very simple breathing techniques that can help you to stay in control of your mind, help you focus, help you to really start to control how you are feeling, what you are thinking, and move forward with that. So, all right. After awareness, and we are going to go back to a couple of these topics. After awareness, of course, is acceptance. So now that I've become aware that, maybe I was getting angry too easily, maybe I was yelling at people too quickly, we have to decide if we're going to love ourselves through that. Love is my power. And that started because I chose to love myself. I chose to love myself when I literally felt like nobody had my back. Now that wasn't true, but that's where I was at that time. And I became aware of that. And I went, whoa, okay. I need love. I need to be aware of who I am, but then I need to accept who I am. So, we're all human. Right now, we're all existing primarily in a three-dimensional world. Now, I say that because I do teach ascension, and we are living in the second coming of Christ consciousness. And what that means for me personally is that I have the ability to raise my vibration, as do you. But it's choice. It's awareness. And in order to raise our vibration, we have to accept so that we can have love, because love is our power to have better thoughts. In a per se, better being more useful, more helpful, more creative. We're all divine creators. We create our body. We create our health. We create our environment. So we'll get to that in just a minute. So, can I accept right now who I am? Good, the bad, the ugly. Can I accept the way I think? Can I accept the way that I look? Can I accept the way that I feel? Can I accept the way other people see me in my past deeds? Can I accept that I'm going to have a hard time truly seeing who I've been? Because that's a whole nother level of acceptance. Sometimes we do and say things and we're not even really aware of the person we're showing to other people. Because again, most of us want to see the best in ourselves, and some of us want to see the best in everybody. So that's a huge one. We can definitely talk on that later. The third one is the choice of expression. And now this is a big one with self-love, because that is the fourth one. I'll just tell you right now, we won't talk much on self-love, but we need to get to that. You know, that's our ultimate goal with health and wellness, definitely when it comes to the physical body, is do you love your physical body? How do you express it? Are you able to express it? Are you able to go and buy a tank top that has a rainbow collar? I've never owned a tank top with a rainbow collar. And, you know, maybe it's cut off. Maybe that makes you feel uncomfortable. Do you love your arms? Are you concerned when you wear something? So literally, ask yourself, how do I express myself based on my self-acceptance and my self-awareness? Because truthfully, I see a very, very colorful world in these next 5 to 10 years. I see people shedding off all these expectations, all these titles, all of these worldly nonsense, critical, idealistic, manipulative, don't even have to go on. But that's the world we grew up in. But now, yay, thank you 2020. Times have shifted. Things are changing. Women are opening our throat chakras for the first time as a nation, as a world, in like over 10,000 years, 20,000 years. You know, women have technically been enslaved to the man. So this is a huge time in history, ladies. You are being empowered by a higher divine light for you to love yourself, to be aware of who you are, what you deserve, what you are choosing to do for yourself, for your self-expression. So this is what I truly believe. As we move through order, we are capable of going backwards and forward. That's because I believe in no space and time. And I believe that all things are connected through infinity. And as I am today, I am repairing my past and creating my future. And it is all connected as one divine spiritual lifetime with many, many different embodiments. And once you get through awareness and acceptance and you begin to express yourself, and then you say, hey, I love myself, but when I wear this, or when I do my hair this way, or when I do my makeup or don't do my makeup, or when I talk to this person, I don't feel as much self-love. So you hit that point where you love yourself so much, you start to realize, this makes me not feel that love, or this makes me not feel that love. So now we get to go backwards. What part of that expression is not true to you? What part of that expression or that person or that situation makes you feel maybe less accepting of yourself or of them? So that's a big, big part of self-acceptance and self-awareness, is truly accepting others. Yeah, that's kind of a big one. I'll be honest with you. Most of the time, like, let me lean in. Most of the time when we criticize people and when we get triggered by people and people make us feel uncomfortable, it's because we're lacking something right here. It's because we're truly not loving and empowering ourselves. So, another part of being aware is, how do other people make me feel about myself? And I'm not asking you to judge yourself based off of them. What I'm asking you to do is say, can I let that go? Can I release any self-criticism that I may have based on the likes or dislikes that I get from other people. We should never, ever, ever let someone else's opinion of us affect the way that we love ourselves, that we see ourselves, express ourselves, and accept ourselves. They are not in control of you, and they are not empowered over your lifetime or your future or what your possibilities are, you know? And so if you are in this moment of self-love, self-respect, self-appreciation, you can literally walk with your shoulders back and your chin up high, and you can have people stomp on your toes and pour mud on your feet and run over your car or whatever else and just literally just come at you. And it's okay. And you're just, I am my breath. But trust me, it takes a long time to get there. Like I said, this is about 20 years of baby steps. Baby steps. So, now we have the choice to apply these 4 steps like I talked about. Just going down the sheet, want to make sure I'm hitting on everything. And making that choice, like I said, in the awareness is one of the biggest parts because it's going to take time. And it's okay if you choose no. It's okay if you choose that, you know what? Yesterday I was super aware of everything I did and it totally gave me a migraine, right? Because it's going to do that. Let's be honest. And then when we're totally aware, of what we're doing, we kind of become totally aware of what other people are doing. And then that starts to give you a migraine. So, take a deep breath, take your time. Awareness is exhausting in the beginning, but I promise you it becomes easier. It becomes part of a routine per se. It becomes part of just living life. So, enjoy it. I wanted to run through my notes before I move into specifics. Going back to the mind, I wanted to make sure one of the quotes that I came up with that I really love is down there under the mind. It says, what the mind believes, it creates. So with that, I want to go into the health and wellness. I have been practicing epigenetics. I believe that's what it's called. The belief that our mind is in control of all of everything that's going on in our body, our genetics, our DNA, that we actually have the possibility, the opportunity, and the education now, and the doctor to lead the way into shifting, changing, and creating new DNA in our body, upgrading our health, upgrading everything about ourselves, our brain, our tissue, our flesh, our bones. And it's not just me, Crazy Nikki, who has this theory. It is actually an amazing, world-renowned doctor. His name is Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I will try to reference him somehow or another so you can get that. And the book that I would love all of you to know and read and share, and let me know if you don't like it, is called Becoming Supernatural. And what he teaches in Becoming Supernatural is the process of a very deep meditation that he teaches. And he's so generous that he has these meditations posted for us on YouTube. So they're free, just like Wim Hof, you know, just amazing people giving back to this world. So when you start to learn this, you become aware that your thoughts are power. And they're not only power, they're actually choosing your future. Are you going to be healthy tomorrow? Or are you going to be sick? Are you going to get into a car accident next week? Are you not? If we live in fear, we are going to receive what we're afraid of. If we live in positivity, love, and light, we are going to receive positivity, love, and light. And now this has been proven by a doctor. He has over 500 case studies of human beings, individuals, just like you and me, who had life-threatening illnesses. I'm talking cancer and everything. Doctors gave them terminal illness, whatever that's called, right? Doctors like to tell you when you're going to die as if you don't have a choice. So he taught them through the power of their mind to heal their bodies. It is a beautiful book. You get to hear many beautiful stories. And if you research this man, he has multiple interviews, multiple training techniques on how you can start to become more aware of what your mind is doing for your body. So let's get into body, right? Mind, body, and soul. So if you could all say this out loud every single day, it will help. I choose to create the body I love, because it's your choice what your body looks like. It's really not the food you eat. Let's be honest, there's really not vitamins and minerals in very much of what is on the shelf and at the store nowadays. Even trying to grow it in your own backyard, sometimes you really have to make sure your soil is really rich in nutrients. And so we're trying to take our health back into our own hands. Let's think of it like this. If my mind is too busy and I can't control my mind, my body is suffering. It doesn't matter what I put. I can be eating all organic, all natural. I could be eating all vegan, no meat. I mean, it doesn't matter. A toxic mind creates a toxic body. Let's be real. You want to lose weight? Change your mind. You want better skin? Change your mind. You want more energy? Change your mind. That's just real. And we have not had a society that was willing to talk about this, because you can't make money off of people if they're just like shifting their mindset and then healing themselves, managing their weight, getting the muscle tone that they want. I mean, Dr. Joe actually did a study with one person physically working out, the other person meditating and visualizing themselves working out. They both got equal results. Like, what? It is insane, okay? So, you want a healthy body, forget about the diets. Forget about the workout routine. I'm going to give you the craziest advice you've ever heard. The way to be thin. The way to be healthy. You know, no COVID, no blah, blah, blah. Love yourself more and more every single day. Now, I teach many different modalities and many different opportunities to go deep, to learn more, to explore who you are. Because I have a lot of different mentors I've worked with in the past 20 years. I have multiple resources, books, videos, apps, I mean, you name it. And here locally, if you live in Southern Utah, I have a world of friends, and they all teach everything, and they're honest, and love is their superpower, just like me. So I can refer you to them if you're interested in any sort of natural healing. If you want to know more about how your mind really works, what is this third eye thing I've heard about, and how is it connected to that other gland in the back of my head? Do those actually talk to each other? There's so much we don't know. And when it comes to our health, why would we look outside of our body? Why would we look at a bottle or in a can? I mean, let's be honest. It's like we're given this stuff, supplements and vitamins, and trust me, I love them. I do DNA supplements and they're great. However, they are not, just wanted to check my time, they are not the answer of the future. I'll be real with you. Some people can't afford it. But what we can all afford is a new mindset. And all it takes are a couple moments of each day becoming aware. And through that, I want to let you know the most powerful thing you can do is meditation. Meditation is different for some people. It is a little bit challenging for those of us who are really spinning in circles up here. However, if you begin to practice, the one thing that is guaranteed is you will. You will get better, you will start to go deeper, and you will start to heal your body. You will start to depend on yourself more than the outside world. So, start to visualize. This is a big one when it comes to body and health. You have to see yourself healthy. You have to talk and act as your healthiest, highest version of yourself. So it's not just one thing to be, oh, I'm aware and, I'm doing the work and then I'm not seeing the results. Part of this process is visualizing. Our eyes are so powerful. I don't know about you guys, but you see things and they instantly bring thoughts, and you see things and you have memories and just maybe smells and other things pop up. We're connected so much through our 5 senses, 6 senses for some of us. And truthfully, if you're able to maybe get a visual, what would your perfect, tummy look like? What would those perfect arms look like? And as you see them, and you start to visualize your body, what you say is, I love you for who you are today, and I know that you have been here to protect me and love me, and I'm ready to let go of any part of myself that no longer serves me. Because let's be honest, if we are holding on to pain, we are holding on to weight. We're holding on to trauma, we're holding on to energy. So, real quick, another part of the body, I do teach a myofascial release class. I do have some videos on my Facebook page, and that is a physical release of energy in the body. It is amazing if you're suffering from pain, if you're suffering from any discomfort, inflammation, or anything like that at all. Check it out. Check out the Fascinator. That is an amazing resource you can find online. It's a tool, and it truly gives you results to the point of, I would guarantee money if I had to. I have had clients that are literally able to take off their braces, stop migraines, and really, really readjust and realign the energy in their body by learning that physical release. So visualizing, seeing who you are, releasing the old, and then start to think. This was another thing I really loved. The word body image. Do you know what that actually means? Because if we're visualizing our body and we're trying to love our body, we got to talk about our body image, right? So here's the funny thing. This is what Google told me. She's like my best friend when I'm writing notes. Like, hey Google, what does body image mean? And what Google said was the subjective mental picture of one's own body. Subjective mental picture. You know what that means, right? It means however you're feeling that day. It means whatever the last person commented about you, that's probably how you're feeling about your body. So if we shift our subjective mental image and we're like, I love myself, I have the perfect face, I have the perfect arms, the perfect shoulders, tummy, for us ladies and men, chest, because it is all an issue, booty, legs, feet, and you really go through your body and you say, I love it, I accept it, I'm aware of it, and then you start to express it. For me, all of you know, that was like my purple hair this year. I've wanted to do purple hair for so long. Self-expression for me was a big deal. So I am looking for more ways to express myself. I want to give a shout out to Spiritual Gangster. I feel like a spiritual gangster. That is part of me expressing myself. That is part of me loving myself. I grew up in California. I love my gangster rap, believe it or not. I know I've got my chakra banner, but I'll, throw down some gangster vibes every once in a while. But I'm all love and I'm all light. And that's learning to accept every side of me. I don't have to pretend to be this person that the world accepts, but I do need to be the person that I accept. So, accept your body, love your body, start to pay attention to where your mind goes. If you can catch the thoughts before they become emotions, you are on the right path. If you catch the emotion before it becomes a mood, you are on the right path. And if you can catch the mood, let's say you've been in that kind of mood, like, why are you always in the mood, acting kind of rude? We know some days we're hangry. So you catch yourself in that mood, and what you do is you go, I don't want this to become a personality, right, Erica? She knows Eric Bailey's all about teaching these steps. We don't want a mood to become a personality, so what do? We stop that mood, and we say, okay, I am my breath, and I love myself, and look at my fly hair, and you maybe call up a friend, or you text someone and just tell them how much you love them. So that's another big part of loving yourself, is in those moments of maybe, why me, poor me, self-pity, just like, check that and give love to someone. The greatest service you can do for yourself is the service you do to others. When you are in the service of others, you are in the service of your highest creator. Your creators are watching over you at all times. They are here and they are cheering for you. They want you to be on your highest path. So in closing, we're going to spend a couple minutes talking about the soul. And I left it for last because, truthfully, as you connect mind and body, all of the soul begins to grow. And it's happy and it's enlightened and it's connected. And you don't really have to work on the spiritual part once you get the mind and body in synchronization. So a thought I had was, I've been religious for quite some time, went up and down through the temple, and wanted to bring up a point. A lot of people swear you must put God first in your life. And I used to believe that. Okay, so if you're going to get offended, that's okay, because I offend people a lot. You can't put God first. It's a lie. It's a misconception of this world. If we are not right in our mind, we are not putting God first. It's a falsehood. We believe, well, I choose God. I choose God. Trust me, we all wish that we were capable of always putting God first, right? Your creator belongs to be on top. But if your mind is not right, you are more likely going to be angry with God. You're going to be fearful of God. You're going to feel as if your creator is out to harm you. You're going to feel like the whole world is after you and everybody's against you and trying to attack you. And that's not putting God first. If your mind is right and you're happy and you put yourself first, God is always in you. Your Savior, I have a Savior. His name is Jesus Christ. He walked upon this earth and set the perfect example of what Christ consciousness truly looks like. And His Spirit, it lives inside of me. I don't have to earn that. I just have to keep my mind right so that I can always be connected. You see, the truth behind putting God first is that if you have a million things flowing through your mind, a busy mind has no space for God. A busy mind has no space for the Spirit, has no space for Jesus Christ and love. So I urge all of you, look into meditation, whatever works for you. It doesn't have to be sitting cross-legged in a room with funky people doing this. That's what I do, but you don't have to. Because you know what my husband loves the most? He loves going out into nature. He loves being in nature and truly connecting with nature. And for him, that's meditation. So, yes. There's so many different ways we can love ourselves, give back to ourselves, and get our minds right. This is the year to do it. 2021, look into numerology. We are connecting with the divine. That is what gives us our highest level of health, our physical body in its highest form. And just something to throw out there, for those of you who are interested in ascension, that's what my teachings will and are on, and what you can do to get there. We are moving from Homo sapiens to Homo illuminus beings. So, many cheers, blessings, and prayers coming to you. Love and light on your ascension process. So thankful for all of you who are looking for higher levels of health and wellness. As your mind and body become more healthy, you are capable of so much more. You are capable of serving yourself, your community, and your family in a higher capacity and bringing more love and light to this world in this time of darkness. So, thank you all. I think I've gone over my 30 minutes, but I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Have a blessed Friday. Tomorrow's my favorite day. Celebrate yourself. And don't forget, celebrate the small things. Oh, that's so huge. Love you.